Monday marks 1 month since Sumner County teen Sebastian Rogers disappeared from his home in beach area of Hendersonville. After a week of intensive search efforts involving drones, canines, and mounted patrol with agencies from all over Middle Tennessee, the search was scaled back with no investigative leads. Now, with Missouri College student Riley Strain's body recovered, the community of Sumner County called for the people who looked for him to search for Sebastian. The United Cajun Navy answered their call and is currently setting up headquarters on 90 Volunteer Drive in Hendersonville. They are working independently from the Sumner County Sheriff's Office. According to their Facebook page, they've brought in search dogs and plan to bring in more. The United Cajun Navy comes to help Seth. They come to help, Abbott said. They come to save the day, girl. That's what they are going to try to do. For the time being, the group is asking people wanting to help search to wait 24 hours so they can create an organized grid plan and the proper permissions to access federal-owned property. People wanting to help are asked to bring water, electrolyte drinks, snacks, and 93-octane non-ethanol gasoline for their boats to the search headquarters. They've done this a lot, so they know some things, Abbott said. They've dealt with these cases before, so they know how to deal with this. Just give them a shot, just stand down, and know a lot of people are fighting. Sebastian is loved. Abbott said she feels confident in this group's recovery efforts. I know they are not going to stop, Abbott said. They can leave Hendersonville, but they are still going to be working on this. That is the heart that they have. I have talked to people in Louisiana, and they have gotten in touch with me, and they were like, "Girl, you just called in the dogs." And I said, I know, and I am so excited to volunteer with the United Cajun Navy search efforts for Sebastian. You can visit the search headquarters at 90 Volunteer Drive. The safety briefing will be Tuesday, March 26th at 10 a.m. News 2 reached out to Tennessee Bureau of Investigation for comment. They said they do not have any new information but are reminding people to check their property and call the TBI Tips line at 1-800-TBI-FIND or the Sumner County Sheriff's Office at 615-451-3838 with any information. The father of Sebastian Rogers is desperate to know the whereabouts of his son, 15-year-old Sebastian Rogers. Seth Rogers, who says that the parents, his wife and the stepfather, will not give any information to him since the child has vanished. Let's listen to this news update.
About what may have happened to that boy. We're joined by Seth Rogers, Sebastian's father. Seth, thank you so much for joining us. I'm so sorry for everything you're going through. We want to get the word out about Sebastian. Hasn't gotten enough national attention. Sebastian, I want to be clear, was with his mom and stepdad when he disappeared, but you're very close to Sebastian. Do you have any idea what may have happened here?
I don't know. I mean, I got a phone call and a text message that I received after I got off of work stating that I needed to give the stepfather a call. I called him and he was like, Sebastian's missing. Don't be upset or anything, but you need to come to the house. I don't know what happened to him. I haven't seen him in over a month. I've been out here looking for him.
Seth, I mean, what do they think happened? I mean, could he really have just walked away like that? It doesn't seem to make a lot of sense.
It doesn't make a lot of sense. His shoes are still by the front door. His switch was there. His phone was in the kitchen. It just didn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. And I still can't figure it out. I've been looking everywhere. Been handing out flyers. Been just trying to keep up hope. And I've reached out to United Cajun Nation to sit there and see if they will help me. And they answered my call.
Yeah, one thing I couldn't understand is why they were telling people not to search at one point. I mean, the shift went to the landfill. It was this investigation, and they're telling people not to search. I couldn't make sense of that. I mean, it made me wonder, do you have any indication that investigators may know that something bad happened here?
They haven't told me anything, and they told people not to search, but I've been searching since that Monday. I can't just sit around and not do anything. I've got to find my son.
Yeah, I understand. I would be doing the same exact thing as you, and I think everybody around America would be, and their hearts go out to you. Have you talked to Sebastian's mom, stepdad? You mentioned you had that conversation when they said, he's gone missing, but have they been able to give any more information?
I haven't spoken to them for at least 2 weeks. They're not talking to me.
There are reports that they have packed up an RV and left the house that Sebastian disappeared from. Any idea why they would do that?
I have no idea. I have no information. They weren't talking to me, so I was out here trying to find my son.
Do you feel that they were taking good care of him?
I've got information from podcasts that they were showing that horrify me.
What do you mean? I mean, were they on podcasts or? I'm sorry, I know this is upsetting, but I just want to understand.
They were going on podcasts, and it was like, it's supposed to be about Sebastian. They wanted to talk about themselves. I don't get that. We need to get Sebastian's face out to everybody. Have them looking for Sebastian. This isn't about me. It's not about his mom. It's not about his stepdad. This is about Sebastian. He needs to be found.
Have they been searching at all? I mean, I know you're out there right now. Have his mom and stepdad been out there too?
I can't answer that question. I don't know. I haven't seen them. And they've not been where I've been handing out flyers or searching. So I couldn't tell you what they've been doing.
I mean, Seth, I'm glad we have the picture up. He looks like such a nice young man. And I mean, would he ever leave barefoot? I know that's something that's perplexed some people. And even people who have children on the autism spectrum have been perplexed by that. Does that make any sense?
It doesn't. It does not make any sense. If he knew he was going to go out walking or anywhere in the yard or whatnot, he would put on socks and shoes. He had a horrible experience as a child with fire ants. He learned. It's always socks and shoes, or at least something on your feet to protect you from what's on the ground.